Yeah, we brought some croissants for everyone.
I think the only person that had more fun looking at those memes was Tyler Reddick.
If someone did something to us to be able to go back and retaliate, how are we supposed to do that?
We were like jaws on the ground on the pit road there.
If we can teach 7 and 8-year-olds that that's not the way you're supposed to do it and you need to race clean, then surely we should be able to figure it out.
Which one's your burner account that you were posting on?
Awesome opportunity to have them on board with us here this weekend. Got a couple stores close nearby that, they were able to get those fluffy, delicious tasting croissants all ready to go for everybody in the media center today. So welcome, go back there, grab you some, enjoy. If we're supposed to be self-policing and have the opportunity to be able to go out there and do something, if someone did something to us to be able to go back and retaliate, how are we supposed to do that? What does that tell me what is and isn't okay? Apparently saying it 2 days after the fact is not okay. Saying it right after the fact when you're still hot and bothered is okay. But it's
Byron got penalized still, and he admitted to it after Texas.
right. Yeah. Well, fantastic. Great point. I don't think Denny brought that one up. Maybe he did in his presentation, but he said he had about 35 examples. So I wonder if I was any of those. The nature of it is, to me, how do you clean this up? I think you can clean up a lot of it by doing what we're all supposed to be doing at the local short track ranks, is penalizing those that are involved in the caution and sending them to the rear of the field. If there's a spin and you got punted by somebody and the caution is drawn, those two go to the back. The one spinning is already going to the back, but the one that caused the spin should have to go to the back. So, that's a start. That's not a fix, but that's just a start to kind of help, in the instance of what all goes down. So, okay, you want to bring up an example of COTA. So you had the one who got into the 48, who got into the 19. Is that right?
148, 19, 99.
99. So who do you penalize between the 48 and the 1, right? All of them. Anybody that's involved in the caution, go to the back. That's how we do it with the kids racing at 7 years old. So if we can teach 7 and 8-year-olds that that's not the way you're supposed to do it and you need to race clean, then surely we should be able to teach 37 to, I guess it's 19. You start at 19. So 18, 19-year-olders to Harvick's 46, 47. So we should be able to figure it out.
Carson Hocevar obviously looks at you as a mentor. He got the win last week. How have you kind of seen him evolve over the last few years?
Yeah, a lot. I've seen a lot. I got to know Carson early on when he came to Nice from Jordan's team, and he's somebody that Al and Cody believed in early on, and with a little bit of sponsorship, they've raced him for 2 years, and then coming into this year for Worldwide Express to come on full time on his truck and take every race, as well as the 41 truck that I split with several other drivers. It was, I can remember I know every step along the way, and from talking about race trucks to pitching him to Worldwide Express and Rob Rose in his motorhome at Martinsville a couple years ago, or I guess a year ago, and initially Worldwide saying no, and then going back to him and fighting, Nice fighting some more, and me helping where I could, right? And just my opinion, I thought they should get behind him early and support him. So, more on the, we have equal conversations about business as we do about racing. And he doesn't need my help driving a race truck fast. That's came natural to him. It's hopefully helping these younger guys with what not to do. They're going to have a lot of decisions in their life and in their career. And if they're around long enough, they're going to make the wrong decision a lot. And it's okay as long as you keep going. So for Carson, it's just been about, for me, trying to help him minimize those mistakes, whether it be on the racetrack for sure. But on Tuesday at 10 a.m., you can make an equal bad decision. And just trying to surround him with good people that help mitigate those mistakes. And then going fast, he's pretty much got that, and he's got a good group around him helping him go fast. I don't have a whole lot to say there. Other than when I'm driving the truck, it's really good to bounce ideas off each other.
We'll go to Dustin.
I'm actually kind of surprised on the whole Denny deal. I feel like a lot of that is just he did a really, really good job of explaining it. I listened to his podcast of this week, and I mean, I've been through some of those appeals before, and you think you've done a good job selling your case, and they actually kind of back down on the other side. And so you think you've got a really good shot of getting something reversed or overturned, and then it just completely sideswipes you that it doesn't happen that way. So I have no clue how that is a penalty. When in the rule book, if you basically get into somebody or wreck somebody, then it can be a penalty of any sort that they want to enforce on you or infringe on you. So at the Clash, how come Joey Logano wasn't penalized for wiping me out? You know what I mean? Like, every chance somebody crashes from somebody else from car contact, it can be a penalty, it can be a fine, it can be whatever. So their rule book contradicts itself quite a lot, and all of us have a very, very hard understanding of exactly what's what. So it is what it is, and yeah, we'll keep going. It'll be there with or without you, and that was always Bill France Sr.'s line, I believe, years ago, right? That the show will go on, and we don't need you, you need us. But then the second nature to that is, you know, when you're on the sidelines, injured, whatever it might be, and you see your race car going out there, you know, you miss it. You miss being in there, and that, I think, goes to show your, you know, your drive and your determination, your passion, your fire, your desire, everything for what your passion is in being a race car driver and being here in this sport. So it gave me a new recognition to, you know, could I retire and just walk away in the 2015 season and just be done and not worry about coming back? And, you know, you kind of think through some of those, and then you go through a couple of weekends of watching the car go around the racetrack without you in it, and you're like, no, I don't like this. I don't think I could do that, you know. So you want to get back out there, and I think that kind of relights the fire. So it was good to have that for me. It's probably the most diverse, if not the most diverse in any form of motorsports, even in any form of sport for that matter. You know, soccer, football, baseball, they all look the same. They all might not exactly feel the same, but they all look the same. And then when we go to the racetrack, they don't look anything close to each other. You know, the Clash is entirely different looking and seeing than what Martinsville is, and those are probably the two most comparable that you have on the schedule of racetracks. So, you know, having the opportunity of racing at super speedways like Daytona, Talladega, the short tracks of Bristol Dirt, you know, Martinsville, the Clash, and even the mile-and-a-halfs that are somewhat cookie cutter. A lot of them are very different.
Kind of the fallout from last week. Has it been difficult as you've navigated the last kind of year and a half of kind of getting this reputation of being the scapegoat, where guys kind of point the finger? Do you pay any mind to it once you leave the racetrack, or is it just a done deal as soon as you get out of the race car?
So what's so crazy is we got out, and one of my guys jokingly said, "What's Christopher gonna? What are they gonna say about you? What's the 20 gonna say about you?" And we laughed because we didn't think anything, and then we hear about it a couple minutes later, and we were like jaws on the ground on the pit road there, and so it caught us completely by surprise that we would get blamed for that. But tying it all together to the last year and a half or whatever, or my entire career, I mean, last week that's nothing. That's easy. I think the only person that had more fun looking at those memes was Tyler Reddick. So I think he had a lot of fun watching that stuff.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what are your thoughts on all the memes on Twitter this week? Have you enjoyed them as much as me?
Well, which one's your burner account that you were posting on?
No, I've just purely been a spectator.
Yeah.